Time Traveler from year 2256, The Mysteries of Science. There have been numerous reports in the media and online of people who reportedly traveled across time. Many of these tales have since been debunked as urban legends because they were either false or they were based on inaccurate assumptions, insufficient data, or the misinterpretation of fiction. The time-traveling investor who made $350 million on the stock market. Federal agents detained Andrew Carlson, 44, on January 28, 2003 for serious SEC violations. This includes 126 dubious high-risk stock market investments that, in just 2 weeks, went from costing $800 to $350 million. He confessed for an astounding 4 hours after being taken into jail, during which he revealed that he was a time traveler from the year 2256. He went into great detail about his timecraft and his vast future knowledge. In reality, he made a number of prophecies during his 2-month detention that all came true. This featured the US-led invasion of Iraq on March 20th, 2003. Carlson even made the desperate request to provide helpful information in exchange for his release, such as knowledge of Osama bin Laden's whereabouts and the AIDS cure. He also consented, if he could be present, to let them examine his time machine. He may have intended to sprint inside and flee into the future. Authorities, though, labeled him a chronic liar and perhaps a complete crazy. Carlson was continually pressed for his true insider trading knowledge source. Even still, he persisted in his time travel story. Not only him, but there are many of them. Few of them are listed in this video. The hipster time traveler can be spotted carrying a camera and donning sunglasses. He is holding a small portable camera and is dressed in a dark t-shirt, sunglasses, and a hooded zip jumper. People all around him are dressed in period-appropriate fitted clothes. The man is seen sporting a hooded jumper over a printed t-shirt bearing the word M. The Montreal Maroons, a hockey team that competed in the National Hockey League from 1924 to 1938, are represented by the insignia. Although protective eyewear was also offered at the time, the little portable camera the man is holding stands out the most. While many people believe that portable cameras were only developed in the 1980s, Kodak actually had a number of models that were readily available in 1941. Can one travel through time? Yes, and you're doing it, speeding forward at an amazing rate of 1 second each second. Whether you're waiting for paint to dry or wishing there were more hours in the day to spend with a buddy who lives out of town, it seems like time moves pretty much always at the same speed. However, this type of time travel hasn't captured a lot of science fiction authors. Here are several further time travel related scientific theories, including some strange physics related to wormholes, black holes, and string theory. But, for the most part, time travel continues to be the subject of a wide range of science fiction publications, films, television programs, comics, video games, and more. Is time travel a reality? There is some evidence that supports some degree of temporal dilation. For instance, the special relativity theory by physicist Albert Einstein postulates that time is an illusion that shifts with respect to the observer. When compared to an observer at rest, an observer traveling close to the speed of light will experience time and all of its consequences, boredom, aging, etc., much more slowly. Because of this, astronaut Scott Kelly matured only a little bit slower than his identical twin brother who remained on Earth throughout the course of a year in orbit. According to Live Science, time dilation is the process by which one person's sense of time differs from another's based on their movements or location. Time is therefore relative. General relativity states that clocks in the center of a huge gravitational mass, such as the Earth, run slower than those farther away. Physics Central explained that this means that each day, The GPS satellite clocks gain an additional 45 microseconds because they are significantly farther from the center of the Earth than clocks on the ground. The net effect is an extra 38 microseconds when added to the -7 microseconds from the special relativity estimate. While Einstein's theories seem to make time travel challenging, several academics have suggested other approaches that might enable time traveling leaps. These alternative theories all have one significant fault in common. No one could possibly withstand the gravitational pushing and pulling that each solution calls for. Wormholes. Wormholes are hypothetical tunnels through space-time that could link various instances or places in reality to one another. There is much speculation about wormholes, which are also called Einstein-Rosen bridges or white holes as opposed to black holes. However, despite occupying a lot of real-world space or time in science fiction, no wormholes of any kind have been found. String theory. String theory is a theoretical framework in physics that substitutes one-dimensional objects called strings for the point-like particles of particle physics. According to string theory, these strings move through space and communicate with one another. The mass, charge, and other properties of a string are determined by its vibrational state, making it appear to be an ordinary particle on distance scales larger than the string scale. According to string theory, the graviton, a quantum mechanical particle that carries the gravitational force, corresponds to one of the many vibrational states of the string. Consequently, the theory of string is one of quantum gravity. Theory of infinite cylinders. Frank Tipler, an astronomer, developed a device, also known as a Tipler cylinder, that would allow one to take matter 10 times as massive as the Sun and roll it into a very long, extremely dense cylinder. The cylinder was described by the time travel research group Anderson Institute as a black hole that has been through a spaghetti factory. The main issue is that the Tipler cylinder would need to be either infinitely long or built of an unidentified type of material in order for it to be realized. We're not going to be able to access unlimited intergalactic pasta, at least not anytime soon. Donuts in time. A donut-shaped vacuum encircled by a sphere of ordinary matter is the model for a time machine created out of curved space-time put out by theoretical physicist Amos Ori at the Technion Israel Institute of Technology in Haifa, Israel. Ori stated to Live Science that the machine is space-time itself. Future generations might be able to return to our time if we were able to create an area with a warp like this in space that would enable timelines to close on themselves. Ori's time machine has a few limitations. Time travelers wouldn't be able to go back in time before the development and construction of the time donut. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.